Have you ever been curious about some of the people that you know or some of your friends getting insanely popular on social media? Some of these people are literally getting paid to just use their Instagram accounts, which makes you wonder, why can't I do that? In this episode of Polish, that's exactly what I'm bringing to you. How to be an influencer on Instagram. What's up guys, my name is Dakota Ayers and welcome to Polished. This is a personal branding series I'm doing on basically personally branding yourself on social media, getting your name and your message out there to the world. And today I'm talking about my favorite social network, Instagram. For those of you still living in the Stone Ages, simply put, Instagram is a social photo sharing platform, and that's all it used to be. Up until the point where businesses and ad groups started to realize what the true value of what was inside of Instagram, and Facebook eventually bought out the app. That basically made Instagram an algorithmic machine where ordinary people, creators, businesses, and celebrities could all interact on the same playing field. And that's my favorite part about Instagram, is we all get the same playing field. Although the people who succeed at Instagram are the ones who see it for more than it is on the surface. Today in my video, I'm going to be explaining to you how to best use the practices to maximize the Instagram algorithm for you, and so you can get your name out there to the world. First off, if you're just getting started out on Instagram or you're building yourself a new page, the first thing you need to do is establish your niche. Basically, that means if you're an entrepreneur, a fashion designer, a makeup artist, or a traveler, I guarantee you're going to find your niche somewhere on Instagram. And why is that important? Because you need to make your page play the part. Think about it. You wouldn't be a makeup artist in a salon trying to promote travel products, would you? No, the same principle applies to Instagram. Basically, you want your page to play the part of the niche you're trying to break into. And if you guys are worrying about interacting with your friends or your family, what I would recommend is basically just creating yourself a second page, because it's actually not going to be driving engagement to the goal you're trying to get at. All right, second guys, and I believe this is the most important thing if you're getting started out on Instagram, is hashtags. I could do a whole video on these things because really without using hashtags, your post doesn't have a whole lot of discoverability to it really at all. So being in a niche, I think it's really important to sit down and research the hashtags that you're using. I sit down and write out a physical list. The first reason I do this is knowing that I have 30 hashtags. Instagram lets you use 30 hashtags per post, and basically I think about hashtags as like a virtual lottery ticket. So if you have 30 chances for your post to go viral, I mean, why wouldn't you use them, right? Another reason why I sit down and actually write out a list of the hashtags I'm using is so I know that I can be specific. I do this for two reasons. So basically, I don't do any hashtags that go over 1 million, and I wouldn't specify you guys to. My personal rule is I don't go anything that has over 600,000 tags. And the reason for that is the more specific hashtag you're using, the more specific of a niche you're going to be breaking into. You're going to be getting more engagement from the people that you want to be getting engagement from. Also, if you're using a bland hashtag like hashtag motivation or something like that, you're going to be competing with millions of people who are using the same keyword on their posts and decreasing the chance for engagement on your posts. Another reason I write down my hashtags in a physical list is so I can actually backtest them and research which hashtags are working for me and which ones aren't, so I can figure out the right combination for me to get the most and right engagement on my posts from the people I want to be getting engagement from. Another great place for your hashtags is your stories, guys. And a great reason for that is go search any hashtag, and I guarantee you that the most popular ones will have stories on them. You might get a little bit surprised by the fact that you're getting featured in a story, but all that does is just increase the chance for people to come and view your profile. And that brings us to stories, which is honestly my favorite part about Instagram because it's honestly the most fun. A cool part about stories though is it's honestly just as discoverable as posts, if not more. When you're going and engaging on people's profiles and they look at their notifications, they can instantly view your story by just clicking on your profile picture. What's really cool about stories though is you can be a lot more inventive and creative with what you're putting in your posts versus a post that would show up on people's feeds. A cool feature inside of that is the polling feature, or allowing you to ask a question to your audience, which really can drive deeper engagement and help you figure out who your audience is, and even allows you to message a few of them. It also has a great tagging feature inside of it, which can lead you to other people's profiles, which can lead for easy shout outs and allow you to, if the person does it in return, take advantage of the other person's followers and maybe get them on your profile, which is super, super great. I would just recommend not spamming your story with this, as your audience will start to get super tired of seeing this in your story and maybe won't engage with you as much. Fourth, the magic of the DM, or the direct message. It is the most direct and effective way to get the attention of the account that you're trying to collaborate or work with. It truly goes down in the DM. If it's just an account you're trying to engage with though, it's a really great way to start a dialogue with them, or even ask questions to try to learn from them and try to figure out how they're bringing value to their own audience. Remember though guys, most transactions that happen on Instagram do go down in the direct message. So you do need to remember that this is a tool you should be constantly using if you're trying to be an influencer on Instagram. Lastly, that leads me to the most important thing you need to be doing on Instagram every single day, and that is engaging on people's posts. That means liking and commenting. It's something that's so easy to do, but also pretty easy to forget about, especially as your account starts to grow in numbers. What you need to remember though, especially when that happens, is to not spam people's accounts and to really be genuine when you're commenting on people's posts. That means not saying comments like nice picture or cool shot or I like your page, because that's going to be something that the creator's not going to really want to respond to. They're not going to want to engage with you and probably not even check out your profile. Where you really need to start engaging with people though is right around the times you post. Instagram treats posts that are engaged with in the first hour a lot better when promoted for hashtags and other sources such as that, location filters, things like that. So you need to drive the most engagement to your posts within the first hour of posting. You can figure that out the best time that your followers would be on and the best time to post by, if you're a business page, go to your analytics, scroll down in your followers, and you'll figure out what time and what day to post. If you don't have a business page, you can use a third-party software to do this. There's apps and there's websites out there that allow you to do this. Which brings me to outside sources such as engagement groups. This is a great place for you to find other people inside of your niche who will drive more engagement from your niche to your profile. For example, I'm in one called The Clout Crew, which has drove more engagement from the fashion industry to my profile and also the business that I own. It's helped me also find influencers within that group that we as a business have sent products to. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Polished. If you like what you heard, if you learned something today, please like and subscribe to my channel. And if you just want to start a conversation, guys, put something in the comments below. Just remember that Instagram itself is not an entirely unique beast. A lot of social medias out there are exactly like that with their algorithms, and just connecting with people is the best way to do it in general. YouTube is exactly like that. So just remember that to like and subscribe to my videos. I'm going to be bringing you more content, whereas in my next video, I'm going to be bringing you the rules of how I personally apply what I'm doing with the algorithm on Instagram. So be sure to check that out. Thank you guys.